you've been following the Bulls this season, you've seen the management there commit a crime against Reggie Theus. And when I think of Reggie now, I think of the question I asked him when I talked with him last week. How does it feel to go from being an all-star to an outcast in a year?
That's a difficult question for me. I don't know. The problem has been basically the lack of responsibility that they've taken in this situation. And they've let it perpetuate into something that is bigger than basketball.
It seems to me that the Bulls have shown very little regard for you, not only as a player, but as a human being.
Yeah, it's been a sad situation in that respect. We're still people, and there's been very little camaraderie between the organization and the players through the time that I've been here. Mm-hmm. And this has been one of the problems for the losing record totally. And it's something that I could not have visualized happening to not only me, but anybody.
What makes the Bulls do this?
I don't know. What makes them do a lot of things.
Pride? Hard-headedness? Stupidity?
Foolish pride. Very little of it has to do with me being late for camp. The day before my streak was broken, and I've never said this before.
How many games had you played consecutively?
Was it almost 400 or something?
Yeah.
But you know, what's really strange is to show you how things have been, and I've never said this, but the day before my streak was broken, I had talked to Rod Thorne and told him the only thing that Kevin hasn't tried to do is break my streak. The very next day, he broke my streak. And that, to me, showed that there had to be a deliberate thing done there.
In other words, Kevin could have said, all right, I made my point with Reggie Theus. Now I'm going to let him play and prove to him that he's as good as he says he is, or that statistics.
Yeah, you know, and he keeps using,
he
still has not given a valid reason for this happening. None that would be acceptable in anybody's book, because the real story hasn't been told.
Well, let me throw a suggestion your way, and we'll just watch how your eyes light up if this sounds good. What if there was possible that Kevin Laughery wanted to be the star of the show?
You say you want to watch my eyes? I don't really know, but he did have some problems in Atlanta with ego and things of that nature. But in this particular situation, I couldn't feel too comfortable saying that that was so. Although I won't say that it's not a little bit valid.
What has this done, in your mind, to your value in a trade? Haven't they cheapened you so dramatically by just, you know, putting you in exile on the end of the bench?
Yeah, they have. They don't think they have. But that's par for the course, because they've handled it, I guess in their eyes, the best way that they're capable. It would be unfortunate for me, but it would serve the organization right for them to wait to the last minute and no one say, you know, we're going to give you his value, and the deadline pass him up, and I end up staying for the rest of the year and being a pain in the ass for him because I will not be quiet.
It almost turns into a grudge match after a while. Here's the coach and here's the player.
Well, for a while there, I started to wonder, well, what is this? Are we trying to win basketball games, or are we trying to see how well we can do without Reggie? I won't ever allow this situation to jade me in any way. I love the game too much. I love this city too much, and I've tried very, very hard not to rub the team's name in mud. You know, even though they have drugged mine over rocks and stepped on it, and I've been a scapegoat off and on for the entire time that I've been here. But, you know, I can handle that because I have been out in the front, and those are part of the things that you have to deal with.
If Kevin were to say, all right, Reggie, I made a mistake. You're in the starting lineup tonight. Would you be able to forget this, or has it gone so far? Is the wound so deep that you're going to be better off outside Chicago?
You know, my love for Chicago is so intense that my first reaction would be, oh, great. It would be difficult for me to say, you know, screw you, you know. But the fear that I have is that if they allowed it to get to this point once, would I always be scrutinized so thoroughly that I would never be able to play freely? And that's a tough thing, because I am the type of player that needs to be under control, feeling confident, almost a little cocky on the floor, because I need that edge.
That's your style.
Yeah, I need that edge. I have to be able to feel that I can take a chance if I need to.
You know, you're a sharp dresser. You make top 10 lists instead of you and Irv Cups in it. Yet lately you've been reduced, I guess is the right verb, to coming to the stadium in sweat clothes. What's that all about?
When I noticed that I was actually coming to work, which I think that going to work, you should dress. You know, you should feel good going to work. You should present yourself in such a way that you're a professional and you feel good about what you do for a living, and I enjoy dressing. And when I started coming to the stadium in a sweatsuit, not caring what was going on, I knew that my wall was so thick and that I had removed myself emotionally from a lot of what was going on. And that was pretty dramatic. I had to go home and think about that one.
Well, it's a strange world you live in, and I'll give you one more saying to add to your collection. You probably don't listen to much country music, but it comes from a Hank Williams song. So it goes, my hair is still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do?
John, I'm glad you had a chance to talk to Reggie about this situation. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm kind of upset. Look at the Bulls' record. They're not doing anything. They're not going to go anywhere.
Lost 11 of their last 12.
He's an all-star. He should be able to play. I don't know if it's Thorne, is it Laughery, or John Kovler, but of course we all know what kind of man
Whoever
Kovler
it is, no ball player of Reggie Theus's caliber has ever been shafted so badly, at least in this city, and maybe in any city.
Not even Mingo.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that you should say Reggie Theus should be playing on this team.
What do they have to
The
lose?
situation obviously was handled wrong. We don't have to go on and say what other people have said, but if management has the right and the coaches have the right to say the guy just doesn't fit here. Now, if I was a coach, I'd fit him in, I guarantee you that. But
to treat him that way, to treat any human being that way,
To
I tell you,
embarrass him.
I can't, my heart goes out to the guy. If that were done to me, I would have exploded long ago.
It comes under
Long
the category of cruel and unusual punishment. And I think there are things in the Constitution
cruel
against
and
it.
unusual business.
And the
NBA.
other NBA owners have said it, the Bulls are the most mismanaged franchise in the league. Something's got to be done about the problem in Chicago. I'm quoting another owner in the NBA, but the point is there is a problem in Chicago. It goes to the heart of the franchise and the people who are running it.